What really inspired us with the redesign of the NK180 is to really help the kayak fishermen get that longer range and be able to get there faster. So we're really improving the performance of the motor. When we look at the design of the NK180PRO, we really looked at it from the inside out versus the outside in. So instead of making things bigger and more powerful from the outside, we looked at the internals and really optimized the performance of all the internals. We've taken a lot of the technology that we've developed for the NK300 and we've scaled it down for the NK180. That internal technology, that FOC board, really helps us utilize the energy a lot more efficiently. We combine that with a more optimized propeller design and we get a lot more efficient propulsion on the water. So when we take a look at the design process, the way that we can really validate all the decisions that we're making is that we got to get them into the hands of fishermen.
The prop's sized a little bit differently to get 16% more speed out of it. It's also 25% more efficient. I've got a dozen or so uses on this motor under my belt and it's been great. There we go.
A lot quieter than some of the motors they've had in the past, and I've realized that I can get a lot closer to these fish and it doesn't really seem to bother them that I'm motoring all around them.
And using the NK180PRO really gets you from spot to spot, place to place, a lot faster. You can get between those trees where the boats can't get. It's really nice. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna let it take it.
Some key design attributes that we added to the NK180 to bring it to the NK180PRO is the propeller design, the FOC board, and the throttle control. With performance, we're seeing a 16% gain in top-end performance. We do this by designing from the ground up a brand new propeller. This propeller is larger, which runs more efficient and allows us to get more top-end speed. That, combined with the internal redesign of the FOC board, is really going to improve the top-end performance. When we look at revamping the design, there's a couple areas that we've made some improvements in that. One key area is with the quietness of how this runs. So with the updated internal design, we're running at a much quieter level. So we're about 25% quieter than the NK180. The throttle for the NK180PRO is the one that's coming from the NK300. This throttle in particular has a lot of design improvements that really help to enhance the waterproofness of the design. We have a lot of increased surface area around all the assembly components, which really helps us increase the amount of sealing power that we have in all the adjoining parts. If you look at the redesigned throttle control on this, you'll notice that it has a new screen layout with optimized button feel. And then we have also changed the way that the throttle profile performs. With this more linear throttle profile, you'll find that you're gaining more control from 0 to 100%. This throttle profile is a much more linear power curve. So what you're gonna find is that you get improved speed control on the lower end so that when you're fishing on those kind of slow, quiet areas, you can get that very slow speed control of the propeller, and then you still get that punch all the way to the top. So the optimization of the NK180PRO really lies with the redesigned FOC board and propeller. The combination of these two features is going to give you 25% more efficiency. So that's going to give you 25% more range, more runtime on the water. So when we look at the feature set and the performance of the NK180PRO, it really sits in the sweet spot in terms of being great for someone who's brand new to kayak propulsion, all the way to that veteran kayak fisherman. The size and performance also works well for a variety of crafts. So you can get that smaller single person craft to that tandem craft or that fishing boat that has a lot more stuff on it. The design of it is very small, it's compact, it's lightweight, it's easy to transport around. And with an on the water, the throttle performance is very approachable. So it's a very smooth speed profile, while at the top end, we're still getting that range and that high-end performance. The way forward is electric, and the entire Newport team is so excited to be introducing the NK180PRO.